Oh, hi there. It is Monday, start of a new week, and I've been inspired a bit by a couple things I've seen. For one, Urashino Sensei, who I've talked about at length on this channel, was streaming yesterday. I mean, he's continuing to stream, but yesterday's stream, I noticed he did some mate challenge problems, and he is 7-dan in these mate challenges, and incredible, and just really instructive to see how he approaches things, and just to see what's possible at a high level is kind of amazing to me. And I've streamed some mate challenge in the past. It goes about as well as you might expect. I'm slow and I'm not great at this. And but why not bring this back a bit? We've got with Legend of Zelda here in the background. We're gonna walk into we're walking to the mountains. I'm gonna do these mate challenges. I'm only 1Q. If we look at my I think I'm only 1Q. I haven't done these in a long time. 1Q, 1620, high of 1714. I'm not sure if even 1714 is showed on. I don't recall the rating numbers for this. It is what it is. Yeah, it looks like I've done 5,062 successfully and 1616 incorrectly. We get like 10 or 20 before an ad break pops up. So I thought I was going to do... Oh, but the other thing that was inspiring is that I saw Telegraph Go. I didn't actually watch much, but Telegraph Go, to this day, my biggest stream in terms of concurrent viewers was when Telegraph Go rated this channel. But he was doing, I think it was 10 hours of Tsume Go, and that is impressive. That is awfully impressive. I think if you get hey Benjamin Schuett, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hello and good night. But wait, why did it? Oh, it did double. Yeah, so 10 hours of Tsume Go on stream or anywhere is kind of crazy. I think my brain might turn a little to mush if I did that much Tsume Shogi. But I'm going to do this and then probably switch out to lishogi to do some 10-second games or some Blitz, just some fun Blitz games. Get some playing done today and then... and then just call it a day. Or, if we have topics to talk about, I'm always open to that. But the main motivation was seeing Urashino Sensei do his. And wow. Some of the problems that he was getting, I found, in my humble opinion, to be quite beautiful mating patterns. Despite being, coming from real games. These aren't composed, as far as I know, these are not composed problems. And you get some really nice situations. Nice sort of aesthetically and nice in terms of difficulty. He had this one, it's one of the third or fourth that he did on that stream, I think it was, where it's a matter of you drop a silver and then and there's a silver on the board here, and then you get this gold, you drop the gold to check, and then the king runs up, then you use the left gold or the left silver to sort of latch your gold onto that, and then you use the right silver to latch onto that, and I think so it's like this boom, 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 boom. It's almost like a rock climbing. You stake in the wall, drop your gold, and then climb that gold in between these two silvers to mate the king. It was pretty awesome to me. Like I said the other day, I'm fascinated by the mundane. Don Vito, welcome. Hello. Hope you're having a good day. I'm gonna do these. I'm going to try. I'm certainly going to it'll be rough, but let's do this. So I'm gonna start. I don't think I have done Mate Challenge since the redesign of these pages. So we'll see. I have 20 remaining today before the ad starts, and maybe that'll be a sign that I stop there. I'll stop there just so we don't have to see the ad. But let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so we have a bishop coming in. We've got gold. 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 Oh, there's also this bishop here. Do I have to do this? Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, I guess yeah. So the thing is, so we got points. We started out getting points. I think I overestimated the difficulty of this. And the clock is a real, for me anyway, watching these and doing these, the clock is a real factor, just like it is during a regular game, where you only have so many variations you can consider. You only have so many moves you can consider. And so a lot of times, like, you hope that the moves that you're considering are some of the good ones. And then I start seeing a little bit of ghosts. So, the way I was looking at this was that potentially if I drop the silver up here and the king comes here, in my variation that was going through my head, I figured I drop the gold, this gold takes, and then I try to establish the mate some other way. But the reality was, if the king takes, it's gold on head, because this gold is pinned, by the horse. So the other variation I was trying to figure out was like, okay, so if I drop the gold here, I spent too long on this because I should have realized that if the king just runs, it's not mate anymore. So, but I was thinking like, okay, I dropped the gold, he takes, I take, and that means the king is here, and then I can get the gold up, and then somehow get this bishop in. So I'm staring at all these sort of side variations that were essentially figments of my imagination. The trick here is noticing the gold pin. Yeah. So noticing the gold pin would have immediately led to the answer. For me anyway. But I didn't notice the X-ray pin. Nice to see you. All right, so that's one. So we continue. Well, I guess I'll just solve it again. I do think this problem probably should have king takes, but the result variation. Okay, so that's one. Dragon, silver, knight. The knight is defending here. I am not seeing how to check. Oh. All right. Nice one. Let's review that one. Yeah. I'm not seeing where the attack is coming from. Ah, okay, so how about we drop the gold, silver takes, king takes. Wait, so drop the gold, silver takes, king takes, dragon takes. How do we prevent the escape this way? How do we prevent the escape this way? Huh. Hey, Fordun. And my friend Budikov, nice to see you. So even with more than 30 seconds, I'm not seeing this. So, which tells me I'm missing a fundamental pattern here. Oh, goodness. Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. Okay. You know, I think that's also the problem. That's the problem with watching or with spectating a 7-Dans problem set and then going into your own problem set. Shogi Quest will let you flail for a while. Shogi Quest will let you flail for a while before sometimes it'll stop you, sometimes it'll let you keep going. Because a lot of these problems don't have one and only one solution. So I was looking for a much deeper problem than I needed to. Which is weird because, well, not which is weird, it doesn't follow, but you know, I was looking for a much deeper problem, but at some point at the midpoint I was looking for pawn drop. And then I must have just been like, no, I can't drop the pawn. No, this is VMD Ayaka. Hello. This is Shogi Quest. This is Shogi Quest. I've streamed on Shogi Quest. It hasn't been in a while, but yeah, this is Shogi Quest. This is their mate challenge. Urashino Sensei, I've been talking this up, but let me get a link to this his recent. So this is the video I'm talking about where he streamed it, and he is 7-Dan in Mate Challenge. So it's rather interesting and really fun to watch, for me anyway. I'm a huge fanboy of Urashino Sensei. All right, let's move to problem 3 or so. I imagine I'm going to be making the 1 gap. All right, let's just do let's do it. Was there any better solution there? Was there anything better? Was there a faster? Is there faster? I don't see it. Yloigh, good to see you. Oh, with the tier 1 subscription. Wow, thank you. 9 months. 9 months. Wow. I didn't think we were at the 9-month mark. I thought we were still in the 8-month. Wow. Thank you as always. Thank you to everyone who subscribes and who hangs out here and boy, All right, this was good. Before I get to the next problem, one thing that's that I wanted to do yesterday, I was actually, because I didn't have Shogi Club yesterday. We are on this is now a 3-week hiatus, at least for me, from the weekly Shogi Club. We had Mother's Day, we had, my son was coming back from university, we had Mother's Day, and then yesterday there was something for one of the other players. The club leader couldn't go yesterday. So for me, that's 3 weeks of no OTB Shogi. And was really missing it. And but I was planning yesterday to stream the WSL game. The Larry Kaufman, Grandmaster Larry Kaufman was playing for the USA 1 team, or the USA 1 Division A team, and I was really looking forward to it. But there's the ongoing outage for, at least it seems like, most of North America cannot establish a connection to the 81 Dojo services. So I was affected as well, or I am affected. So I can't even see. It looks like the game didn't take place. I looked at the WSL. It's not listed as a result. That game is not listed as a result. So who knows what's happening. But apparently some people can log in. So maybe it's a quirk of how his pages, I don't know. Maybe it's routing, maybe it's peering, maybe it's a database access. It wouldn't surprise me if he has some sort of direct database access going on in there. But it's we don't know. But anyway, I was looking forward to doing that. Didn't end up doing it. I did play a game yesterday, and I went back to Hikaku. I think it was yesterday. The days are all a blur. But I went to Hikaku, the site that I streamed the other day, and it was dead in there. So there were no humans playing, and but I tried the 3Q bot, and I have to say it was a really good bot experience. Maybe we can review the game later. It wasn't great, but it's a 3Q bot. It wasn't the hardest, but it certainly wasn't easy, and it felt extremely real to me. The most, take everything with a grain of salt. It's a sample size of 1. It is a single game that I played, and there was there was only one move in the entire game that felt sort of something a human opponent wouldn't play, but it wasn't terrible. But it wasn't like obviously bot-y. It was a move that I think a human's not going to play. And there were times in the game where I actually forgot that it was a bot. Like I was playing a game as if I was playing a real game, and real impressive. I don't know anything about what they're doing with their bots, or who is providing them, or if that is going to eventually be part of some of their monetization. But I was awfully impressed by their 3Q bot, and it was good. It was good. Not even close. I think we discussed on Saturday. We discussed bots a little bit, either Friday or Saturday, and I had said that Shogi were the best we've got, but they don't feel all that human. This one, again, sample size of 1, but it felt like I could have been playing a real player. So kudos to them or whoever developed that bot. It's interesting for not interesting. It's exciting for future. Because while regardless, I still don't love playing bots. A lot of people do, and I think it's important for beginners because we don't have the greatest beginner level resources and the greatest beginner level player base. Beginners need to play, and sometimes it's hard to get games. So anyway, that was just something on Hikaku that I noticed, figured I'd mention. Let's go to the next one. Rook up. Oh, gosh. I don't think this is it. Oh boy, I thought I had more time. I heard the boop boop, and I thought I had 3 more seconds. Up, over, bishop, over. Right? Oh no, because oh yeah, the lance. I think there's an easier one. There's an easier one. Okay, I drew Shogi, mate in 3. Thank you. Good to see you. Yeah, there's something else here. There's no way that was required. Wait a minute. Wait. This was the very first variation that I disqualified in my head. This was literally the first, so I never even considered it after. What in the... Okay, well, mental blip. So this piece is here, so bishop. King goes back, gold drop on 6-1. All right, easy enough. Yeah, they're starting. I mean, that other one was really easy too. I can't say they're starting to give me easy ones. That other one was easy, arguably easier than this. Okay. Rook is defending back here. Bishop. Okay. Bishop and then discovered check or just coming up. Oh gosh. Oh boy, what did I do? Oh. I short-circuited. The clock really impacts. It's good. I think I need this. I think I need this again. I haven't done these in a long time. I think I need these again. Because, like I said, watching Urashino Sensei do his 7-dan problems and the way and the pacing that he solves, I was sitting there kind of in awe, thinking. It's funny because it's like it took. I was almost like it's like I'm discovering this stuff by accident. You know, this stuff that everybody knows. I'm here like independently discovering it, but it's like, if I had this power, I'm watching him solve. You know, I'm watching Urshino Sensei. You know, an 81 Dot or a Shogi Wars 7 Dan player, and he's 7 Dan in this mate challenge. I'm watching him solve these, and I'm thinking, boy, if I had this Tsume power, I could be like 6 or 7 Dan for real. And it's like, yeah, duh. Yeah, it's almost like Tsume is an important part of... Tsume and calculation is an important part of Shogi. It's like, I'm sitting there like, wow, how can I get this power? How can I get this power? And what would this power mean for my Shogi? And it's like, that's it's just plain as day, you know, why this guy is a god at Shogi and I am not a god at Shogi. Yeah, somehow I'm seeing the first move of mate in 3 and then missing the mate in 1. Exactly. I'm just brain farting. My brain, you know, the clock is going and it's just, I'm just freezing. I'm seizing up. I'm seeing ghosts. I'm seeing absolute ghosts. All right. Funny times. Silver. This feels like a fundamental problem. Silver, and then silver takes Lance. Yeah, I've used that in game. So like, game patterns that I have used in game, I think get locked in. They get locked in a little more for me, and this is a pretty fundamental pattern. You know, don't try to use that Mino against me. Don't. All right. Do we have a bishop? We do. Bishop back here. And then take. All right. So that one, I had a bit of a heart stop. All of a sudden, I realized at this point that I didn't look to see if there was a bishop here. This is one thing also that I notice of the 7 Dan problems is that you know, it's not rare for our problems to have long range pieces that are sniping us or sniping our position, but in his it's not a I wouldn't say it's like a feature of all of them, but it felt like it was an important feature. Full board vision was so key in some of the problems that he was having to do, which is kind of amazing to me, because well, it is amazing, but you know, to be able to do those problems in 30 seconds. So it's like, this is slightly different. I would say slightly harder, maybe not even slightly harder, but these are harder than Byoyomi, in-game Byoyomi problems, because in-game, you know the position. Like, your mind already has the position. So in these problems, it's 30 seconds to parse the board, you know, parse the whole game situation, and then decide how you're going to mate. So, like, it seems like he takes it in so quickly. Meanwhile, you know, I'm the first 4 or 5 seconds sometimes just to take in the board. And then I sometimes still realize at the end I wasn't looking at a particular spot. So, yeah, it's really impressive. I'm just so impressed by his speed. Like I was mentioning on the Discord, I would love to be able to do these problems in 60 seconds. I wish I could set it to 60, and then maybe somehow they'd adjust the ranking. Like, I don't care so much about the ranking here. It's a number and I want to see it go up. But, like, if I could bump it up to 60 and get fewer points for a success and lose more points for a failure, maybe that would balance it. I don't know, but 30 seconds is rough. But there was not one point I thought where he was in a panic while he was solving. He was just solving. He parses the board so quickly. And the key points of, there was this one problem where I think the other Gote had a horse aiming at this. There was a mate, I don't know, say mate 7 or mate 9 that I was seeing that by pushing the king towards this way. But the thing I didn't see was that, oh, this all dies because there's actually a horse over here which limits the final move. And he just saw that instantly. He didn't even start down the line of trying to solve. He didn't even try to solve to this side. He went to the other side. And I was thinking, like, the whole as I'm watching, I'm like, boy, I think it's this other way. I think it's the other side. And yeah, anyway. Hey, Mako! Happy Victoria Day. Who are we talking about? Urashino Sensei. I'll paste it back. The creator of the Urashino Ryu opening, I still follow on YouTube and watch, not as often as I used to, but he in a recent stream, in yesterday's stream, he did Mate Challenge, what I'm doing now, and he is a 7 Dan in Mate Challenge, and so it was a real nice opportunity to be able to watch an extremely strong player solve problems. Like I've seen, Koshiro, I think, has 1 or 2 videos, I think, of him doing something similar, or at least with Mate Run, which is sort of the blitzy one. And I love that stuff. I love seeing how strong players do these kinds of things. It's for one thing, it's inspiring. But for two, I do think it's somewhat instructive, especially if they're talking through it. And I could not necessarily and Urashino Sensei does talk through it, but he's speaking Japanese, and I pick up very little out of it. But I think I get through the tone of what he says. I feel like I'm getting a lot of his meaning. But anyway, all right. Let me just finish this. And go to the next. We're here. Gold. Takes. Oh, yes. And then we walk it in. Okay. I was trying to figure out how we then mate it, but it's by pulling the horse in. So my blind spot in this problem here was we pull it in, we get the horse in, but now I have no pieces. Now I have no pieces to mate. Was my visualization. But then it finally hit me that I can just step in, backed by the dragon. So what is that? Like, what flaw in visualization does that expose? Or what, like that leak in the ship, how do we patch that How do we patch that visualization leak? Is it by doing more? Is it by... I don't know. I always have a tendency to want to drop pieces. Yeah, 1,000% agree. I don't know if that's unique to me, but I 1,000% agree with that. And how do we patch that leak? Like, this is 2 today. This is at least 2 problems. The one that I got wrong was exactly that same problem. And now this one, which I got right, but at the last second. Well, not the last second. I guess I had 5 seconds. But yeah. Maybe just the more I see it, the more to be aware of it. And the more I'm aware of it, the more I'll be thinking about it in the future. You can try to think of pieces in hand as precious. Do you need to use it? Yeah, that's a nice way to think about it. Do I need to use it? Yeah, I think... Yeah, I think my brain is almost like, do I get to use these pieces in hand? Where I should be asking, do I need to use these pieces in hand? All right. This gold is pinned. Oh, this is just a mate in 1. This is a silver, so it's not. Yeah, mate in 1. This is part 2 of the first problem. This was part 2 of the first problem. Oh boy. So at least at my level, the difficulty is pretty wildly varying, or what I perceive as the difficulty. Someone might look at like the one I got wrong and said that one was brain dead simple, but they might brain fart on this one. But either way, like this one was a difficulty rating of 3Q, whereas I think some of those others were like 4 and 5Q. And I would have said, not only just because it's a mate in 1, but I would have said that this is probably the easiest one we had. I think the pawn one should have been very easy, but I just didn't see it. Okay. King is ahead. So how do we prevent the king running back? So... yeah. Just sort of got himself stuck in the pipe. Stuck in the pipe. I think the most time consuming part of this might have been to see, like, okay, what can capture me? Are there any bishops around? Are there any bishops? Are there any things that are going to be able to block me or to capture me? I'm curious what that says. Does that just say success? I'm surprised that the music stays like this. No. The mate run still uses this music. The game music is the in-game music is do 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 do. Where's the king? Here he is. Here he is. gold up, or, gold drop on the bottom, which forces him to come forward, and then we bring the gold up, defended by the silver, to defend the bishop. This pawn is defended. He can't go up here, so that's it. And there's no... Yeah. Like, this one was 5Q. This one was a 5Q problem. And, I would argue that mate in 1 was easier. It required much less calculation. But I guess there are far fewer possibilities. Like, that's almost the only way to check. Not quite. I mean, there were four ways to check with the gold, but yeah. All right. Okay, we have nothing here. Gold here. King takes. Rook drop. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh, I thought it was closed off. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's yeah. Oof. Oof. Amateur hour. Amateur hour. So it's gold. Oh, it's not. Gold. Gold on bottom. Rook drop. Okay. Hello, Daniel DeGard. Nice to see you. The link. Yeah. So the link to Urshino Sensei. Yeah. He's amazing. He's amazing, and I just love watching. Like I said earlier, I'm too much of an amateur fanboy, but I just love watching really strong players solve problems. This was a good one. This was a good one. Gold, gold, rook. Boy, take. Okay. That was getting desperate. That was getting desperate. Yeah, and if the king took, it would just be silver. Just to try to expose the mind of an amateur, or expose the mind of someone who's not great at this, or at least is it's impacted by time. One of the moments, one of the variations that I spent time on, so I wasted 30 of my precious seconds on, was well, I guess it'll change, so I won't make the move. It was rook takes, king runs. So this is a variation that I actually spent time on. Keep in mind, it's a double check. The horse is watching this, and the rook is watching this. So, like, these are the kinds of things that do impact me in game, I have to believe. Like the pruning of obvious impossible variations is something that I'm still not good at, or I'm still not, in my mind, I'm still not where I need to be. So there was the very real possibility in my mind for I mean, who knows how long this actually was, but my brain spent time thinking, okay, if I do this, the king can run, and then what happens when the king gets up here? If the king runs, what happens if he gets up here? And only later is my brain saying, circling back and just maybe in a different thread, realizing no, it's still check. In a real game, you're taking that bishop. I was spectating a high-ranking game on Hikaku yesterday, and someone was doing that. I don't know if it was BM or I don't know if it was just safety, but there was mate on the board that I saw, and the opponent was not resigning, and so he just took the pieces. He took a bunch of the pieces. Just took a bunch of take a rook, take a hanging bishop, and it was it took a while to get the other player to resign. Actually, I'm not even sure if he resigned, but I haven't seen that in so long. Like I don't know if that's considered BM or if it's considered BM to not resign in that. I don't know, but I thought it was kind of interesting. Just take all the pieces. There's plenty of time on the clock. Oh, it wasn't on Hikaku. It wasn't on Hikaku. It was on lishogi. I was also spectating a lot on lishogi yesterday. What is that new game I was trying the other day? The one with 2 different currencies and 1v1 in all different rooms. Hikaku? Well, Hikaku, I don't know. It doesn't have currencies. Was it? Oh, the Tsume Battle Arena? Was it the Tsume Shogi Battle Arena? Let me get a link here. Here is the link. All right, moving on. Gold. We have a gold. There's a bishop. So how do we prevent him getting here? Oh, this is a lance. Silver? Gold? I feel like I have to drop the gold. Why did this take so long? Why did that take so long? Why did that take so long? It's just Tsume as far as I'm aware. There are different modes of it. There's Battle Royale mode, which I wanted to try, but I could not get enough players. I would love to try Battle Royale just to see what it is. But I think I've just ended up playing 1v1s, either versus Magic Based or the bot, or NinWorld. Yeah, so in this one, what I was trying to figure out was how I make this work by taking. That was what And so the thing I didn't see until the very end is that this is not a piece for taking. This is a piece just to prevent the escape. Like how the visualization, an interesting visualization technique, and this is, I think we've talked about this before, like if I could see if I had the ability to turn on a radar and just show all the squares that I own, like this would be red, this would be red, because this owns it, this would be red, the color red. So if I had some sort of radar or heat map that showed my squares, this would have been just brain dead easy, because this is essentially like there's a gold sitting here. There's a gold. The opponent has a gold here, and just which can't defend any squares. The opponent would have a gold here doing nothing, so he has no escape. The only escape is this way and this way. You think this has been brought up before, but it feels like I'm missing the easier moves because I'm reading deep into one line. Yes, instead of looking at all the checks. DFS versus BFS. Yep. I think Foradun and Yloigh, I think, have both said that. Yeah, it's totally true. It's totally true. I think sometimes too, I expect things to be harder than they are, or I expect things to be more difficult than they are. So it's like my brain is expecting that I have to calculate deeply to know whether something is working. Yeah. So the moves I was looking at, the moves, I think my candidate moves were gold, silver, and lance. These were my first four. These were the four candidate moves. And I think I spent the most time considering gold and silver here. In conjunction with getting this lance up. But so the problem, we talk about breadth first, searching breadth wise. I think is that when I increase the number of candidates, I think I add some very bad candidates. I add some really bad candidates that require a bit of calculation to see that they're bad. Yeah, and I'm slow to calculate the variation. But how at a glance? Like I think good players will look at this problem, or good Sume player. I don't want to call myself a bad player. Good Sume Shogi players, I think, will immediately see that the king cannot run out here. Immediately will realize that this square is effectively closed. And I think a large part of the problem for this one, for me, my brain turned this into a problem of how do I prevent the king from running? when obviously it's already prevented from running. At least for Tsume, a lot of times I want the most forcing moves. Yeah. You'd always go with gold 5-1 first because it's forcing. When you say forcing, I mean like, you know, silver 5-2 is also forcing. By forcing, do you mean forcing in that there's only one response? Okay, yeah. So you're forcing one response. It's not necessarily that they're forced to respond. It's they're forced into a relatively smaller number of responses. You cut their options. Yeah. Yeah. But especially with the 30-second Byoyomi, I think my full board vision has to get better on these and in game. All right, very good. Let me just solve this one. By the way, this thing that I'm doing here with reviewing these problems, I think I didn't even realize you could do this until I saw Urashino Sensei doing it on stream. So just for that alone, I feel like this is huge for me, because that's one of the things that I really disliked in the past about Mate Challenge, is that, you know, they're so fast and I get it wrong, and I'm basically staring at that little post-game board trying to figure it out again. And you could just go in. I don't know if this is a new feature. Maybe this ability is new. It's possible that they improved this. Anyway. Okay, so we've got a forcing move. We've got a gold on head. So this is, but there's a horse here. There is a horse. There's a horse, so we have to go to the side. We have to go to the side. This is a mate run. This is like, I feel I feel like I've been bitten by this. I think I've been bitten by this. It only took getting bitten by this once in Mate Run to realize, but you know, dropping the gold here in a Mate Run where, you know, the time is ticking down, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just mindlessly trying to move, especially in the first 10 problems. I'm just mindlessly trying to move as fast as I can to get through those. And it's like, you know, then it gives you the error. It's like, oh boy, you got me. But yeah, full board vision. Full board vision. Okay. Ooh, boy. This horse is watching this. Can I take? Oh, take and then double drop. Take, drop silver. Yeah. So in doing that problem, I was actually trying to find the most forcing move. I started that trying to, like, is there, you know, I'm looking at the different moves. Is this forcing? No. Is this is this a single move force? So it helped me already. It helped me already to solve the 5Q problem. All right. Rook up here, pawn here, gold. So gold will be check. The king has to go to here. We got to check first. Yeah, get the one gap and then drop it. Oh, well, I can just do this. Ah! I can just do this. Okay. So his response surprised me so much that I got lazy. Classic. That's a classic mate run mistake for me. a classic mate run mistake where he does something I don't expect, and it's like, oh, well, okay. And you know, it's not that I didn't see this. It's not that I didn't see this. It's just that I thought, okay, well, might as well just keep doing what I did. You might as well just keep doing what I did. Very, 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 very educational for me. And so that's a reminder that if the opponent does some, if I read it and the opponent does something that feels just hopelessly wrong, do a little recalculation. Do a little bit recalculation. Okay, the king is down here. Horse here, lance. So we own this whole side. This pawn is free. Let's. Okay. Yeah, defend the pawn. Defend the pawn with the horse. Yeah. So I didn't fully visualize that this was going to be a mate in one. So in my mind, I thought it was possible that it was going to end here, but I thought it was possible also. And this is I should have seen this, that there was nowhere to run. I think in my mind there was still this chance that maybe the king was going to run. But like if I had that heat map again that I was talking about of like all the squares that I own, like I wouldn't even have to calculate. There's no calculation. There's almost no visualization if you can see that heat. Outside of making sure that nothing can block here, or nothing can take me or block here, you know, in a defended way. All right. So we've got a gold. I mean, we've got gold, silver, rook. Yeah, rook, and then I'll drop the silver back, silver on its head. I had the sinking feeling there. So I did not have full board. I did not have a full board. So my visibility was this. So I got lucky. I got lucky. So this is the portion of the board that I was looking at the entire time. Was this? I wasn't looking at his hand. I was looking at my hand. But I was not looking at his hand, and because in my variation, they were touching checks. They were all touching checks. So my brain didn't even. Maybe that's an optimization. Maybe it's a bad optimization. But my brain wasn't even looking at his pieces because everything that I was considering was a touching check, and but I did not consider that there might be a bishop in this aisle. So I see this horse, I see this dragon. This is so like I could have fallen prey to that. I'm not sure how I get, you know, other than doing more and getting better. I'm not sure how I expand to full board. You just by default, like, you know, why did my brain focus here? You know, I can try to make a theory that it's because I do a lot of Tsume Shogi, and Tsume Shogi is sort of localized artificially, and you know, I could use this as an argument for why I like full board problems. Have I watched? It's Taiki Kudo. Hello. Yes, I have watched March Comes In Like a Lion. I've watched the full series 3 times, all the way through, and I don't read Japanese, but I have my kids bought me the first volume of the English language manga of it, but I have not continued reading since then. Yeah, it's really enjoyable. I like it a lot. For me, there's not enough shogi in it. Like I've watched it I've watched the entire series 3 times, which shows that I like it. You know, I like it a lot, but I am constantly wishing for more shogi. I would love Hikaru no Go. I would love a shogi Hikaru no Go. Even if it wasn't creative, even if it was almost a direct copy off of the story of Hikaru no Go, I would love it. I would love it. Hachiwan Diver is the live action series that I enjoy a lot. That has a lot of shogi. Yeah. Yeah, it's really great. Really great. So, let's move on. Oh, I guess I have to solve this. Do you like it? I'm curious. Like, what are your thoughts on it? It's a pretty old series, I think, at this point, right? The manga has been going for a long time. Or it finished. Didn't the manga finish? I think the manga finished. What is I can't remember the manga artist's name. Kiara? Oh gosh. I can't remember her name. She retweeted a photo of my cat playing shogi once. Umi no Chika. Okay. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Oh, the final volume is ongoing still. Wow. Does it get more shogi focused, or does it get more relationship focused, or does it get, even more relationship focused? I've been spoiled to one of the plots a little bit, but that was years ago. That was years ago that I was spoiled to some of the plots that were not in the anime. Oh, it started in 2007. Is that how long ago it was? Goodness. I think she had a break there. Didn't she have a break for a few years because her parents were sick or something like that? Maybe I'm misremembering, or maybe I was misinformed. I was under the impression that she had taken some time off because of her parent, like her mom or her dad. Started 1 to 2 after Honey and Clover. There's an anime that made it to Netflix. I don't know if it's still available or whatever, that I liked a lot. Silver Spoon. I liked Silver Spoon, the farming one. There was it's like a farming school or something. I liked that. Oh, her previous cat was in the volumes. Photos of them. Wow. Yeah, I knew she liked cats. Boy. Let's try another one here. Oh, that's it. Okay. So, I'm not going to watch a video. I'll wait for recovery. And that's enough mate challenges, I guess, for today. I'll head over to lishogi here. Let's get this up. I've got to... Boy, I don't think I've ever done this on stream. Is change my scene collection sort of live. Did it work? Did it work? Yeah, I guess it looks like it did. It redid the chat. So we're in lishogi. So we redid the chat, but Benjamin Schuett's first comment from like an hour ago is the only thing that shows in there. So I'm gonna do test from Twitch. Test from what? YouTube. All right. Never a doubt. Oh, the background theme matches the actual background? Yeah, the Shogi Quest background, the BGM is pretty fun, pretty nice. All right. I don't know if Foradun is still there, but Foradun is contributing to a 404 error on lishogi. So, like, you know, click this. Boom. Boom. Foradun. Foradun broke my lishogi. You know, because I see Foradun's name in a topic, and I'm going to be mashing that button. I need to hear Foradun's thoughts on things. I need to hear the thoughts. So I'm going in there and I'm clicking. I'm getting that 404. All right. Well, anyway, I need tea and water so I don't get too dry. But I'll be right back. Back. Stocks are down on Shogi Wars, but you did cheese slow Foradun today. Ooh, Ooh, that's how you know you're doing it. I was actually thinking I wanted to play some Kiramake. I was thinking, when I was deciding what I was going to do today, I thought, I kind of feel like playing some Kiramake. Maybe I should go to Shogi Wars and do some of that. But then I thought, I should go to lishogi and do some Kiramake. And then I thought, no, I'm in a good mood. I'm enjoying my Shogi. Let's not press my luck. Let's not press my luck. The thing is, though, your stocks almost don't matter anymore. Your stocks almost don't matter because you're already 2 Dan, which is the final frontier on Shogi Wars as far as I'm concerned. So, like, there's, yeah. I guess bigger men than I would have bigger ambitions than 2 Dan on Shogi Wars, but I don't. 2 Dan is on Shogi Wars is such a high ambition, or such a high bar for me, that's basically the final ambition I could have in Shogi. I can't even conceive of wanting to get to 3 Dan. Speaking of Kiramake, what about a oh no, I was gonna say, what about like a 5+2 or a 3+2 Fisher? But no, the lishogi sound doesn't the voice counting doesn't work for Fisher mode. All right, well, I'm just gonna play some friendly 10-second games. Friendly 10-second games. G'day, Emperor Rex. Hey, Taylor McKinnon. Good to see you both. Need some 5+5. Yeah, 5+5 is good. I mean, Shogi Wars needs some 5+5. Great to see you, Arnold. But, lishogi just doesn't have the sound. The sound. Mining for gold and silver. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I'm Gote. So I'm using a new board texture. This is something that Couch Tomato over on the Discord worked on. I think inspired by the Hikaku background, and it's lighter than it's lighter than I would typily use in a dark mode style application. But I'm kind of liking it. It's dark enough that it doesn't sort of blind me, but regardless, I'm going to stick with it for a couple days or something. This is a strange.
4 1 2 1 2
Let's get this king out. There's no rush here, I think.
1
Push.
3 4 5 6 7
But there's no rush not to do this. Our king is safe.
1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1
Up the silver.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Darn. Yeah, that's a mistake, I think.
3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8
1
1、
Ooh.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Ah! I think there's something better there. I think there's something better there.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I'm also looking at the one gap, but I don't think I've got that.
1、
Ooh.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、
Oh
2
gosh.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
It doesn't feel right. Okay. Arigatou gozaimashita. That doesn't feel right, but did you see that? When I went to analysis board, the board color switched. The board color switched. Is that my background color? Wait, what? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, so I've got this custom. So let me change my scene. Is this going to show up? Yes. I have I'm using a custom theme with his board, his background board, and there's a background color. I want to say that it briefly showed that background color. So let's try to change this. Oh, is there no eyedropper? I was gonna just set it to something like anything from this board here. Is there an eyedropper? Anyway, let's just let's set it to black. Oh, Jesus. My brain. Oh, okay, that's fair. All right. Oh, this bug is still here, where it lasts. Okay, anyway. Rook takes knight worked. You think rook's... Oh, you thought rook takes knight was okay? Since silver drops 6/8 mates if king takes rook? Oh, okay, so let's look. Let's look. Here. Ah, yeah. Whichever way he goes. Yeah, whichever way. So there was mate here. There was mate. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, mate is unavoidable. Mate is unavoidable. And this, I should have just done this. But I didn't see what to do if he came over here. I didn't see what to do if he came here. Do I just... is that... Is that mate Natsume? Oh, what exactly are Gote and Sente? Sente is the first mover. Gote is the second mover. That's not a direct translation, but that's first. Sente is the first player. Gote is the second player. Wait, silver takes 1-4. Wait, what? If we do this, or silver 9-6. Oh, thank you. Okay. All right, that's disappointing. That's disappointing. That's disappointing. Even in 10 second, I need to be able to see those. Yeah. So what did I give up here? Best move was 5-8. Really? So right here. Right here. 5-8. Gold takes. All right. So it's fine. It's fine. I gave up equity, but it was fine. Yeah. All right. But there still was no direct mate at this point, which is what I sometimes get. I don't want to say frustrated with, but what for lack of better word, what is frustrating what I'm feeling frustrated with, which is sort of to say what I'm feeling resistance with in a game, is that I'm not mating and I feel like I should be. But it's not a race. Even if it's 10 second, it's not a race. Especially if it's 10 second, it's not a race. Yeah, so sort of like white moving first in chess. Sort of like that. And some people, not me, but some people will refer to Sente as white in Shogi. Some people will refer to Sente as white, which is extra confusing because a lot of times in pieces, Gote is represented with a white piece. Oh, that's Sente. Well, I was going to say that lishogi does it differently, but no, with lishogi, it's very confusing. This is all very confusing. Using white, I wish rikoDLC was here, but using white and black in terms of first and second player is problematic in shogi for a few reasons. And throwing dark mode into the equation, dark mode and Unicode into the equation makes it even more confusing. So that's why I stick to Sente and Gote. Everyone who plays shogi for the most part will understand those terms. And it's just one of those things as a shogi player you kind of got to get used to. I want to say, like, I don't want to say it. It's not equal, but I'll try to make shogi not sound as bad. But like Zugzwang and Zwischenzug and things like that you might say in chess, that they're foreign words that everyone knows, en passant. So, just sort of the language of the game. All right, good game. So there was that. Another one of those games where my opponent, it says they made no blunder, but clearly one of those moves was much worse than the others. You know, like this. You know, it gives up mate. Like, that's not... I hesitate to see how that could be anything but a blunder. You're going from minus... What did the server side... Going from minus 11 to mate on the board, how is that not a blunder? I think the reason is, as we discussed the other day, once it considers it a winning game, once lishogi considers it a winning game, and maybe that's at minus 11 or so, or minus 10, you know, because it would be for a pro or an engine, maybe it just doesn't call anything bad. Like, once it feels it's bad, they just say everything is bad. All right, so back out of there. Do another. Ooh, hold on. I was gonna play, but let's watch this. Let's watch this. I'm gonna flip the board. It's nice in lishogi. You can press the F button to flip the board, or the F key. You don't have, you press F to pay respects and to flip the board on lishogi. I'm liking this board texture. I'm liking it. You know, it's not, I don't know if there is a perfect one, but like, I like it. The alternate is what I have been using. I also don't like the board that I call sort of that 70s Shogi-ban, is this one. Wait, or is it this one? I think it was this one, which looks good in dark mode, as far as I'm concerned. But it was a little more woody than most of the boards that I play on. You know, this is much lighter, but it still looks pretty good in dark mode, especially on mobile. Oh wait, what happened here? Oh, this is the background color is used for the P stand. Oh no. This is the background color for P stand. So what should I use? Interesting. I don't know. What happens if I do this? It uses the same thing as the texture there. Let's try. I'm going to try this same board. I'll do that for now. If anyone's curious, oh, I don't have a way to get this into. Yes, I do. Anyone is curious, here is that image provided by Couch Tomato. Wait, this is not the game I'm watching. What happened? Oh, I went to Lichess TV and the game must have ended. Yeah, so what I was doing over the weekend, maybe someone has any suggestions, any more established lishogi spectators. I was doing lishogi TV, and then the game would end, but I'd want to go. I don't want to switch yet because I want to sort of read out the mate or see what the final move was. So I stopped watching lishogi TV and I just went to current games and would pick a game. But, like, I didn't see a way when watching on lishogi TV to go back to the previous game. Like, it will immediately flip, or I didn't see a way to stay here with this. Oh, previously on lishogi. Ah, perfect. I'm sure someone has told me this before, but there it is. There it is. Okay, so the other player looks like they won. And, all right, good game, good game. So let's play another game. Ooh, people are already looking. Oh, but they're looking for rated. I don't know about doing rated. I don't know about doing rated Blitz. I'm too much of a weenie for that. I'm way too much of a weenie for that. I would if there was a separate rating, if there was Blitz and normal, I would do that. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Seri 888888.
1 1
Okay, look at this.
1
It's gonna do Ishida.
1
No.
2 1 1
Okay.
2 3
So what's our I'm Gote
Roku.
here? No, I am
Nana.
Sente. What's our
2 3 4 5 6 7
I think this is our sign.
1
Okay.
2 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 1 1 1 2
Nice.
Sam.
Nice. Nice.
Yon.
Nice.
5 6 7 8
So I think I need to get this out of here. So this is I'm not remembering my prep. I'm not remembering,
2 3 4 5 6
and this is certainly not
7
it.
8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 1
Yeah.
3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Feels like a mistake by them, but it also potentially feels like a mistake by me.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Ah,
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
not loving that. Not loving that. But if he takes, I take, he takes. It gives me a chance to get my knight up.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Let's do this. Let's do this. That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 1、
Very interesting position.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
What the heck? Why did it move? Did anyone see that? It's not check. It glitched out. I want to clip that. I need to see what happened there. I'm clipping. Oops, this is not the clip. I'm clipping this. Let me get to the right now. Okay, let's clip. Let's clip. What happened? Hey, Super Gaoyak. Well, you believed wrong. That's the... You can't believe in me. That's... What happened here? Okay, so... Play? Okay, let's save it. What happened? Save the clip. I need to see this now. That's unfortunate because I think I'm just flat out winning this game. Maybe I'm not, but sure feels good. Okay, go back here. Here's the clip, and I am going to watch it. If I can. Give me a second. I need to start my chat program. 1 second. I will just switch to the be right back scene. Okay, and I'm back. Where is... Okay, so this is it. Boy. Now let me get my Chrome back and an incognito window just to try to... Okay, so here we are. What the heck? Why did it move? Did anyone see that? Okay. Here we go. Is this show? This let me switch my scene to this. Okay, so here we go. So we're watching. How do I close all this stuff? And all this stuff that happens when you're not logged in. Okay, here we go. What the heck? Why did it move? It got like all that? Jerky. It's I don't know if that's showing. Did anyone see that? What the heck? Why did it move? Ah, what the heck? Yeah. Why did it move? Yeah, that little top from that? Top to the front, the top left to the bottom right. What the heck? Why did it move? That was like that was not a movement. It's just like jerked. What the heck? Why did it move? Did it? What the heck? Why did it move? Why didn't it let me make that move either? Am I in check? Did anyone see that? I'm not in check. It's not check. Right? It just... Why wouldn't it let me take that move? Take that piece? Like, it didn't even get green. The target didn't even get green. What am I missing? That is how a knight moves. This is how a knight moves, right? I feel like I'm going crazy now. I'm questioning everything. Like, what happened? I need to turn the speed down. Let's watch this speed. See that? No. Okay, I'll watch it at half speed here.
8、9、8、9、
What the heck? Why did it move? Why did it move? did
8、9、8、
like there was
9
huge resistance here when I was floating the piece above this square. Did anyone see that? Did anyone see that? Okay. All right. Well, I didn't go crazy. I didn't go crazy. So let me see in the game. I'm going to go to analysis. Okay, so it doesn't I mean, there's no resistance here as I'm making this move. But hold on, let's draw this arrow, and now I'll draw. No, it's fine. Maybe I just had a temporary blip of CPU utilization in the browser. I don't know what else it could have been. But it does not show the target. So it does not show the target when dragging. So that is not something that is any different. So how far off do I have to be to not be able to click in here? All right. That's a shame. What's my eval? Crushing. Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. Where were my mistakes in this game? Did I make mistakes in this game? I'm pretty sure I did. Let me switch. Let me get this off. I'll leave it in this scene. Did I make any big mistakes? I did. So there's one move that's categorizing as a blunder. Is this showing up? Is this showing up? Yeah. Okay, so it's, except for this one mistake, this one blunder, it really was all fine. But where is it? Where is that blunder? I clicked it. That used to jump to the spot. At least I swear it used to. Okay, so yeah, this one was weird. This admittedly was weird. And this was a huge advantage here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So success. You know, this was a success of a game. The question I had to try to create that structure where I pushed the pawn to be able to expose room, that's something I need to look at, because that's not something I've done this here. So I think, you know, normally I might do something like this, but then he's going to come up. And I think that I don't like that position as much. But should I? So 4-4, I played 4-6, which it is giving me a little lower eval for. So what is the in-browser engine? You know, I at this point in the game, I absolutely hesitate to take anything with 21 depth in this engine, like, seriously. But I'm just curious what this one is saying. Like, this is one that I would run with a stronger engine for 10 minutes or more to see, to really understand a little better. But it is calling for this. It is calling for this move. Which is usually what I would do. But I don't end up liking the position as much when this happens. You know, I do that. And then I can, I could really never get this going. Or not so easily. Yeah, especially with this pawn not pushed. Oh, interesting. Okay. I don't like this. This is very fragile. This to me is very fragile. You know, I've tried to make these hold, and I always crumble at some point here. So let's get this guy up. Let's get this guy up, and then I push. Then what does he do? He comes back. I would assume, and then you're looking to do this kind of thing. Oh. Four, five? Boy. Okay. We get a pawn. And then what? You know, if he does something like this, well, I just take with the bishop. Okay. I inadvertently dropped the piece? I don't think so. What do you mean dropped the piece? I didn't have a knight in hand. You know, it's hard to express also. I got all sorts of resistance when I was once I had this knight up here, there's all sorts of resistance. Like it felt like it got really sluggish. And then it did that jerk back. Or maybe what happened was I did this, it got the resistance. I tried to like move to gain my resistance back. Nothing registered except for that final moment where it took it over here. Maybe. I don't know. But either way, you know, this is what I was trying to do. And of course that was the best move. All right, good game. I mean I can't play much better than that. This move was a mistake. I don't. So the problem with all this prep is that I don't always get into such a great position against my regular opponent with this, because he's not that this player is not really good, but you know, the player I play all this work against, he's really good, and he has so much experience against this that, like, he's seen all this before. You know, he's seen all this before, so I don't get into such big advantages, like I did here. So sometimes that it feels like that almost works to counter effect, where I forget what I had to do back before my opponent knew how to handle all this stuff. It's a nice problem to have. Okay. Let's see. I don't play shogi. Started following me. Who is this? 45 games. I mean, 45 games. You play. If you play 45 games, and in the ladder, time spent playing 2 hours and 42 minutes. But you say that you don't play. I'm calling shenanigans on you. If you're watching, I'm calling shenanigans on you. Oh, you play Dobutsu. Maybe this is Jack-o'-lantern's alt account. Oops, this is me. This is Jack-o'-lantern's alt account. Dobutsu. From Jack-o'-lanterns over in Japan playing Dobutsu on lishogi. Speaking of Japan, let's see if 81 Dojo has opened up to the rest to North America. No, still can't connect. Kind of fascinating. I wonder how long this is going to go on. We are now at a day and 6 hours. We're now at 1 1/3 days, where I think effectively North America, at least North America, I don't know about South America, or other places outside of Japan, cannot connect to 81 Dojo. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm feeling shook. I'm feeling shook from that game, but it was fun. Let's do another. I'm gonna switch the scene back to my lishogi scene. Yeah, man, that was such a fun position. I had my knight coming in, threatening the rook. I had my pawn ready to come in on the rook file and promote. On the bishop's head. I think that was gonna be a tough one for them to not just fall apart. Like in a lot of those types of positions where I do get an advantage, it's somewhat double-edged in that my position is open and my opponent has a nice castle, and it requires a lot of work. That one looked like it may have just crumbled quickly. I tell you, Torizashi is no joke. Koshiro-powered Torizashi is no joke. And it's one of the really cool things I think about Shogi in a lot of these games. But I played Urashina Ryu, obviously. I played Torizashi, obviously, and had good fortune in both. But there were weak points. There were definitely uncomfortable points, and there still definitely are. But like one of those uncomfortable points was, what do I do when my Sunken Bisha opponent switches to opposing rook after I move the gold, or after I move the silver to 6/6? And it's sort of it's exposing the quick engage Torizashi. And so what do I do when the opponent switches to opposing rook there? And I struggled against it. And spent a lot of time studying with Koshiro's assistance primarily there. Ended up studying that so much that it's become, you take that weakness and it kind of turns into a strength. The more you think about it, the more time you spend on it, like the more you care about that situation. And I care deeply about that situation because like I'm a broken record, but like that is the position that I play over the board pretty much every week. And so it's very near and dear to my heart to be able to play those games well. And so it's like something is a weakness of yours, you dedicate time to it, you don't give up on it, you spend time on it, and it could turn into one of your strengths. That's one of the things I like about these types of games. And I'm sure there are limits. Like for example, when I'm Gote and I'm trying to force Urashina Ryu into against bogeying, for example. You know, I'm in for a tough road. Like there's prep and thought and study I can do to be able to try to maintain things, but I don't know if there's a situation there where I could turn it into a strength. Because I think it's coming from a position of fundamental weakness. But maybe you can turn it into a strength by playing it like Urashino Ryu channel, that my favorite YouTube channel of Urashino stuff, even more than Urashino Sensei's. He's 5-dan on Shogi Wars 3 Minute, and he plays Urashino Ryu every game, including against the bogeying, when he's Gote. And he has sometimes he does the Yagura-ish thing that I do, sometimes he does something else. But like, he's 5-dan on Shogi Wars doing this stuff. I'm maybe against that opening he's only like 3 or 4-dan. I don't know what his results show there, but so I guess it's not a position of like fundamental like ridiculous disadvantage. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. But anyway, it's interesting to me.
1 2 1 1 2 1 1 2 1
And I think a similar thing can be said about that. Okay, so we've got Coward Castle, which I was going to mention in the other. I was going to mention as another potential weakness of mine, and it still is. It still is, but
4 5 6 7 8
I'm gonna
9
do this. Oh, I think I'm one move too slow.
1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1
So I think giving up the Coward Castle was a big mistake.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10
It's not right. It's something's wrong here.
3 4 5 6 7 8 9
I think I messed up.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3
Wow.
4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1
Wow.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1、
I don't love what I'm doing here, but you know, that's mate.
1、2、
ありがとうございました。I'm frustrated with my play. Now that one, I'm a little frustrated there. Let's run the analysis. Let's see if I should be. Oh, the reason I'm frustrated is because I'm still thinking about that position in the beginning, where I was where I backed off. Yeah. Okay, so this was like I said, I think abandoning the coward castle was a big mistake, and it turns out it was. We went from even to plus 4. Ah, okay, so this wasn't it. I don't have a pawn to drop. I don't have a pawn. So what if this is not the best move, and it appears it's not. It appears the eval goes from +4 to +1.5. What could be the better move? Like, the only thing I can even think of is this to induce the take, and then we get the double take, which I'm guessing is it. I think this would not, I think, be it. But this is the only other reasonable move I see that I like. Let me just look at the look at this. Look at this mistake. Look at this. Okay, so there's an opportunity there. So I'm gonna flip the in-browser engine just to see what it suggests, and it is 2-4. It is 2-4. Yeah, it is 2-4. It's also 5-5, but 5-5, 1-5. I think all of these are contingent on making this 2-4 pawn push. Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing what happens if I push, and then he comes down. Like, if he pushes this pawn is another concern of mine. If I push and then he pushes, it's a good question. I guess I take the knight. So let me do that. So if I push and then he pushes, we still take? We still take immediately? Really? And then we get the knight. Goes back. Boy, I don't know if you saw it. There was a brief little clip of sluggishness on that bishop move. And then we come up. Yeah, and this is looking great. So even if he tries to do something like this, we just do that. What if I run? Wait, where? Oh, okay. So if I no longer... Is there any... I'm trying to hold it out for them as much as possible. It's calling this mate in 17. I can see the mate 19. No, I push, take. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. So we push. He takes. Now what? Rook takes. Rook takes. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, forget that one. Next best move is getting this silver up. Or the bishop out. Can I not? Struggling. I'm struggling. Oh, if he goes back, we just promote. That's okay. Do this. Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. Then we take, and now we're off to the races again. All right. Okay. So what was the big mistake? What was the big mistake right here? Should I have just taken the bishop? I really wanted to take the bishop, and then I thought, don't give counterplay. And I think I guess I did give counterplay. By jumping the knight, it felt so strong. It felt so strong to me to take that knight. Or take that pawn on 5-4. Or 4-5. So I played that, which it's calling a blunder. So if I just take, and this is the plan. And exactly. And then what? You just give it up? Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. That doesn't feel like a great advantage. I mean, it doesn't feel like. I mean, it feels like feels like an advantage, but it doesn't feel like. Maybe I overestimated how good my position was. I mean, this is. I'm just staring at this. I'm staring at this board, like expecting answers to pop out at me. And yeah, you know, materially, I'm up so much. But it still doesn't feel like the greatest, obvious, big advantage in the world. You know, he could just go super annoying mode, go mega annoying. But yeah, you know, it's I think I'd see yeah. All right. So I think that's something So you're saying the best move is take the bishop and then take the knight. Yep. That's what the server side said. You know, this structure is just so bad against, you know, in so many things. It's I think we've talked on stream at length about breaking down, or you know, about dealing with this particular structure. Oh man. All right. That was fun. I'm going to switch just to the current games of what's going on. And, Foradun's playing. Yellow Traffic Light is playing. Foradun is So I'm going to stick to this a little bit here. I was going to close up shop. I don't think I'm going to be playing any more today. I think I'm hitting the point where my mind has exhausted itself, shogi-wise. You know, I think, you know, people say to do Tsume Shogi problems before they play, and I do that on Sundays, but I wonder if that's, like, especially at a tournament, I wonder if that's just prematurely fatiguing. Maybe I'm just not in, you know, I'm not in streaming shape. You know, it took me a while to get into the streaming shape where I'd play game after game for, you know, 3, 4, 5 hours. But like, I'm already feeling like the brain is starting to just no longer see the board. So, you know, we're cheering for Foradun here. Foradun obviously is a friend of the channel, but also is playing Static Rook. I mean, you know, we're serious. We're serious Shogi players. This is a channel for serious Shogi players. What is this structure that Foradun is making? This is called Cozy Castle, right? Or is this Quick Castle? No. Time control are they playing? This is a rated 5+5. Oh, they're playing Fisher. Nice. So I love watching it. I love watching it and I love playing it, but I don't love playing it unless the audio is perfect. the audio has to be helping me out. I need to know when I'm about to time out. It's not even an option anymore for me. I have so much respect for chess players who play with quiet clocks, because I can't do it. I can't do it in Shogi. This, I don't know what, I don't think this has a castle name, because this just doesn't look good. This feels awful. Maybe the point is to continue to be guarding against drop points. So Fordun's gold here is doing heavy work in terms of drop protecting. But I think you typically accomplish the same by pulling the rook back and then moving your golds. But I could be wrong. I gasped. I don't know if that came to the stream. Whenever someone pushes the pawn in front of the knight and the rook is not there to defend, I gasped, thinking, you know, oh gosh. But obviously the silver is here. Yeah, I saw that one. Pat myself on the back for that one. So how sophisticated is Fordun going to play here? I also don't hate a knight drop. So if Fordun takes the bishop, we know he's trying to show off or something. If he takes the rook, he's got you know a heart. His heart is beating. You know, we know he's got a heart. I think if he drops the knight, we know there's something else. There's something else at play here. There's a vindictive nature. I think that might have worked. No, because if the gold goes to the side, then we take the rook. And then we can't drop the rook to hit this. But Fordun does not have a silver in hand. Is there any way he can get a diagonal piece in hand? Is there any way he can get a silver, even with a sack? No, I don't think so. So, like, you know, making this drop be good. And there's not. Because that drop then would have threatened. You know, I'm looking at this. Does that work? Because this happens, and then what? And then he's going to trade the rook for the silver and the knight. You know, he's got to. Okay, he's going to do it this way. Yeah, I'm not a fan. But what a cannon that is. What a cannon that is. Gote has over 5 minutes on his clock. So playing at a blistering rate. Interesting. Was not what I expected. Yeah. Oh, it did. I'm thinking about dropping pawns, trying to pull things up. Yeah. Seems good. Still trying to... I am presumably the idea is to get this up, leading to the pawn drop. Is he gonna... That's scary. That is scary. So I guess if he pushes up, probably have to go up this way. Oh, fascinating. I was not expecting. I thought he'd really get that knight jump, force the knight, force the knight silver exchange. It's 5 plus 5? Yeah, okay. Yeah, the opponent... This feels very much like playing an opponent that is trying to win on time in Shogi Wars. And thankfully Fortune has some time. Has Fisher in hand. What does that rook move accomplish? Because there's a little too much defending here. So let's see. What's the idea? What's the idea? Taking that pawn. What? Yeah, it must be, maybe it's time, or maybe I'm just not seeing the idea. If gold takes, the silver pulls back, and then what? That's cute. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like that too. Yeah, advanced silvers and golds. The advanced generals make for those prime Tataki slots. I wonder if taking the pawn would have been better. Yeah, wow. Interesting. Is that worth it? I'm surprised. So I was expecting the gold. I was expecting the gold drop. Get the gold drop first, then move the rook. And now, yeah, now that gold drop is out of play. You could take the silver, but now this square is triple defended. The king will be here. Oof. Oof, Madon. Oh, that's slow. That's slow. Is that? That's not... I think that's a free pawn. I think it's a free pawn. Yeah. Yeah, I think now we're looking better. I think now we're looking better. Yeah, there was no time for that. Yeah, if you want to be safe, I think silver, he runs, we get this, he runs down here, we drop the gold. And then we get our rook safe and promoted, and hitting this free bishop. Now it's Sumero, and it's gonna be a tough one. I think that's a tough one just to defend. He's got the knight. He's got a knight in hand. If he, assuming he even wants to take this bishop, which I'd be thinking you need to mate here. Knight runs. Do we gold first and then take? Gold first, take, and then... Okay, so it's... What happened? Oh, clock! Clock! Oh. Heartbreak. 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 So I'm thinking gold, run, take. Which way? Is there a better way? Is there a better way? Can we sack this gold? If we sack this gold and the king takes... Nah, I don't think so. I think we just... I think this is safe enough. I think this is safe enough. Yeah, this is a threat. We could just start taking pieces. Yeah, this knight is doing some work for defending against our knight jump. Let's see what the engine has to say. $7-1 gold. Yeah, 7-1 gold. All right. Yeah. And then take. Oh, interesting. Oh, so the engine's more greedy than I am. I said just to take, which is the second best move, but this is significantly better. And then we just take. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Fortune. Oh man, playing Fisher on lishogi is rough. But there's no counting. I think I noticed it at about a minute or two before, where it seemed to me like he was trying for the dirty flag. Not that it would have been a dirty flag, but I think he was trying that way. Because, you know, your clock was going down. But really nice game. Really nice game. Though it felt like it got away from you a little bit. To me, it felt like with the rook, it felt like it got away. I'm curious. I'm curious what the engine's going to show there. Oof, oof. Yeah, so this rook move I thought was a gold drop first. I thought gold drop 6-2 and then move the rook. What was it? Best move was gold drop 6-2. Yeah, I think that in between move is just required. And then then we can start pushing up this way or whatever, and capturing this piece. But oh, biggest advantage was here. Is it just it's a take? Yeah. Fascinating. Yeah, that's a tough spot. That's a real tough spot. What does the opponent do here? The engine's saying that they drop the pawn? To enable what? To enable what? Okay. Fun. Open-ended. But this position's just this, yeah. This is going to be so easy to break up. Awesome game. Shame it ended that way. Real shame it ended that way. All right, so one more. I'm just going to roll the dice. Konnichiwa is playing Neko Z, and Yellow Traffic Light is not playing. I was hoping to see Yellow Traffic Light. But I'm going to put this on. Let's watch this. So you felt the pressure of the time. It's interesting to me that you felt the pressure of the time. That even with that extra 5 seconds per move, you still felt the pressure of it. And I think once you did not drop that gold 6-2, he was able to drop that knight. I think it became much easier for him to just make moves. And much more difficult for you to find good moves. Especially in that time. Yeah, that's tricky. Oh, I need to flip. I need to be cheering from the side I'm watching. Oof. Maybe I jinxed it. Oh man, that's tough. How much time? Look at the clock. Oh, shoot. The other player still has over 3 minutes. Is that not mate? Oh, he doesn't have a gold. I thought he had a gold. We've got squares defended. Ooh. Was a silver drop not good? I guess he saw the mate anyway. Yeah. Oh, double knights. Okay. Good game. Good game. All right, one more peek at the games. One more peek. But now Foradun's playing again. Foradun's playing the free Bisha player that I played. You should have played Torizashi. Oh, this is 5-0. This is, I mean, might as well play 5-0 if there's no time on the 5-5 or no counting. Foradun's already a minute down on the clock though. What a strange position. Ooh. Ooh. I heard a weird honking outside. All right. We need to get someone that I'm spectating winning today. We don't want this channel to become known as a bad luck channel. How are people enjoying this board color? I think I'm still liking it. I think after a couple days now, 3 days, I'm still liking it. It's not. It doesn't look like a Kaya board, but a Kaya board doesn't quite look good with dark mode. So it's that balance of what looks good with dark mode, what looks good with the pieces. Is the contrast high enough? And I am liking it. I don't know if I'm liking it more than the one I was using. That's not to say that I think I. That's not to say that I think I don't. I'm saying I don't know which one I prefer yet. Is there any sort of, do we have any shenanigans here where we can, I mean, we could defend this way. Can we mate? Can we mate? I don't think so. I don't think so. Nice. boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. He does have the gold. The opponent is like a wild animal attacking, just snarling away on the meat, taking no time to make the moves. Yeah, without a golden hand, that's tough. Is there anything? Is there anything we can do? We could drop a gold or silver, right? I think we could have dropped the silver. GG. GG. I'm gonna go back. I didn't intend to stay. Who else is... Okay, Konnichiwa is playing again. We have... Someone has to win. Someone has to win. So, we can't... Let me flip it again. So the problem is Konnichiwa is only getting Gote. So Konnichiwa every time is getting Gote, and that's not fair. We know that's a significant disadvantage in the game of Shogi. But it's looking good right now. What's the clock like? Konnichiwa is up on the clock as well. I'm just dropping a gold on 7-2 or 6-2 or silver. Silver's fine too. So they're going to drop a silver, and what are we going to do? We're going to do this, and then we're going to, what, drop another silver, or are we going to, or the gold, or are we going to attack the edge? So I thought the edge was coming next. I thought the edge was coming next. We don't, oh, we do have a bishop. We do have a bishop. We have a bishop, but this pawn is in the way. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. All right. All right. That's good. That's good. We ended the day with a victory for the home team. Very good. With a nice mate pattern. With a nice mate pattern against, you know, the much hated Mino Castle. Or the remnants of what was a Mino Castle. I'm just gonna check one more. Okay. So, oh, Fortune's playing Snowpiercer. Wait, this is now turned into. Oh, you ended up with plus 151 from. So you were playing Fisher. Nice, nice. How did you get all those pieces? How did you get all those pieces? I mean, we're clearly rooting against Snowpiercer R. I mean, there's you know, in case it wasn't clear, where my loyalties lie here, you know, it's Fortune, longtime friend and supporter of the channel. But most importantly, he's playing Static Rook. Snowpiercer is a traitor to the cause. Snowpiercer is a traitor to Urashino Ryu and to his country. But still as a friend of the channel. So if he was playing anyone else, if he was playing anyone off channel, I'd still be cheering for him, even though he's playing this abomination. This Mino Castle. Actually, he's not in Mino yet. Okay, now he's not. Well, I don't want to say never say never. Never say never. And there it is. Fortune playing proper fundamentals, Static Rook Shogi. with a non-provisional rating. Congratulations to Foradun. Got that two dan on the Shogi. I think it was provisional just the previous game. I'm not sure I personally like this move as much. I guess right now it's fine. There's no threat. But before I would get the knight up, I think I would make sure to throw this, to throw the 9-4 move in. You know, I do not want to be seeing this. Yeah, with the knight up there. Anyway, as we saw in the last game, it's okay. I don't like it. I don't like it. Alrighty. Now, what's the plan with the bishop here? It feels like this bishop is going to be locked in, because if we want to get our this castle, there's nothing for the bishop to do. That said, whoa, wait, the bishop was, what did I miss? This was open. Is that... Is this a faster way to accomplish this? Hey, Killer Ducky, our own pawns never block our own bishop. What I like about this is that what I like about just taking with the bishop is that if he tries to block, we just push the pawn. We're in. Yeah, Maybe he didn't see it, or maybe I'm... Well, if you get the bishop trade, don't you want that trade? Because then you can push again. Yeah, there's no real... I guess this is a drop point to be annoying. This is a drop point to be annoying. Oh yeah, and there it is. Yeah, so if you would have taken, then we exchange the bishops, we push the pawn, you drop back on 6-4, and that hits the pawn and the rook. But then I suppose we just promote. They take, we take. Yeah. One thing I would have liked about exchanging the bishop is that now our bishop is not stuck there in the castle. This is just trying to win more. Interesting. Yeah, we should make the dirty furry bishop players pay for their transgressions. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. I like. I like. So if the silver goes here, what's the plan? Promote, jump, get in. Yeah. That seems okay. Then redrop. Or just get the gold out. So I think what I like about using the gold is that if the rook retreats, you get the silver drop. But maybe he wouldn't have retreated all that back way. Take the bishop. There's no knights in hand, so you know there's nothing. You know, this is starting to brew. This is starting to cook. But yeah, boy. Yeah. How do people? So I'm curious to watch this. Okay, I would have expected the knight, but I'm not sure how people familiar with this left Mino thing typically deal with this. Like, I don't know if there's value in using the silver and then readjusting the golds up. I am definitely not liking this as much anymore for the good team, you know, for the static team. Although, if you've moved the rook over here, are you still considered static? The silver drop 6-7 was not good. Oh! Wow. Wait, what? This is interesting. Yeah. I mean, to me that feels like a big that rook move feels like a big mistake. Maybe we could drop the silver to guarantee getting a rook, which is the goal of any game of shogi. Wow. Not even taken here. Yeah, and that's the problem with not moving the rook, is that now it's blocked. But maybe I'm too focused on rooks. Maybe I'm just too much of a rook-y. A rook-y. Because I like rooks. I'm pleased with myself. I like that trade for Snowpiercer. I think letting the horse here lets this rook off. I mean, pulling the horse in gets this rook off the hook. Very interesting game. Lishogi is close to 3,000 active rated players. I wonder how many of those are unique. That's a good number. I was watching yesterday, and I was spectating Lishogi games yesterday, and there were always a bunch of games running. There were always at least 3 high quality games running, and I did peek at the time. There were 200 players listed as logged in, or whatever that is. And I was expecting to see a higher number, but still, 2,000 is that's no joke. Oh, started at 2,500 at the January 1st Shogi Club 24 event. Ah, plus 20% growth. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I mean, the changes that Lishogi has made have made rated play much more appealing. Like the split, the number, and showing the Don, I think is a real strong change. I still wish there was a Blitz versus normal rating. Wow. I still wish there was that difference. I mean, this game is basically over now. I don't know if I like that, but I don't know if I like burying this horse, but it's fine. And there's a reason. Yeah, good game. Good game. What happened here? What happened? Because it wasn't so bad. Oh, yeah, you can't ignore that. What's the eval here? Right at this position. Okay. Yeah, I would have said that this was even, and not just because I did it and the engine shows it. I was thinking that here it was even. That's why it surprised me that all of a sudden there's like mate on the board. Yeah, big mistake. Capitalized. Was that the best capitalization? It was. Yeah, and then this was. So what are the options here? I take or drop the lance? It's still bad. It just gets worse the more it even calculates. I mean it's just, yeah. Yeah, that structure is just not good enough. Good game. That was an interesting one. Boy. showing the power of art and static rook. Blocking your rook also blocked his horse. I guess that's one way to look at it. I guess that's one way to look at it. I'm not sure I agree. Like, your rook was so much more terrifying than the horse. Oh, okay, so I thought this was a bigger mistake than it was. I thought this was a huge mistake. It was not. And even that wasn't bad. 4-9 was it 4-9? Or no. They're basically even. Okay. Wow. 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 So it would have been a complete waste to do this? Yeah. Because we're burying our silver here. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair, but it's a rook. I don't know. Boy, yeah, we give up this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it looks like a very closely contested game until the big mistake. But yeah, I thought that was I thought this was a much bigger mistake than it turned out to be. Oh, and I wanted to take that pawn. I wanted to just take the pawn rather than get fancy with it. Yeah, so this position already is minus 6.5. Yeah, this is already really strong. Yeah. Wait, are we past the point? Wait, we're past the point that I wanted. Yeah. Wait, are we? Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to just take the pawn. Okay, and taking the pawn, the engine does, at least this at this depth 17, 18, it still does like by a decent margin. Minus 3.7 to minus 2. Actually, no. Pushing the pawn is the second best. Yeah, I wanted this because I thought it would enable this. Oh, the answer is the best move. This is even better because the best move is this, which no one is going to play. Well, not no one. So let's say they try to force this. Then we do that. He takes, and then we get we're I guess we're not in. We're not in, right? How do we get in? We just have to be patient. That doesn't seem right, because or this is what it likes more. Okay. And then it's still this. Yeah. The more it thinks, the more it likes. Okay. So at least I'm feeling at least I didn't misunderstand the position. But this is also good. Minus 3.4 to minus 1.4. So it's still okay. Still okay. Engine never likes these moves. Nice, 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 nice. All right. That was fun. Man, that was fun. Give myself another chance. Snowpiercer's playing OTL. Wait, is Snowplayer... No, Snowpiercer is not playing Urshino Ryu? No, he's not playing a real opening. But he is in Static Rook. Alright. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for me. Thank you, everybody. Real fun day. Congrats to everyone playing the games. I'm hyped up about Mate Challenge again. I've got to say that little kick in the pants from Urashino Sensei has me super excited about doing more Mate Challenge. I don't know how much I'll do it on stream or if I'll just do it by myself, because like I've said, you know, I want to. I've said this a million times, so apologize that I'm repeating myself. But when I'm not streaming or when I'm not in front of the computer, I don't want to be staring at a screen. So I don't want to be staring at a screen all day. So like when I'm doing Tsume problems, that's why I go to a book, even though I don't like the books usually as much as, say, Mate Challenge. And so, you know, in the past I had tried, I mentioned this today on the Discord, in the past I had gotten one of those e-ink tablets that ran Shogi Quest, Shogi Wars, etc., etc. And the tech just, to my taste, the tech was just not there. Too sluggish, too slow, too much ghosting, too much too many artifacts. The grayscale or color, because this was a color device that also could be grayscale. Both grayscale and color were just sort of, neither did a great job of displaying the pieces on the textured board or on the board at all. It was very murky, very cloudy, and so the tech just wasn't there. The tech wasn't there. I guess it's been about a year since I did that, I think, so maybe I'll have to check again. Actually, the person that I had talked about these tablets with in the past is in town today, so maybe I'll mention that today and see if he's done any other, he's got any new experiences. But yeah, so I would love to do more Mate Challenge, but it's that balance of trying not to be staring at screens all day and whatnot. So anyway, long story short, it was fun. It was really fun. I appreciate all the chat. I appreciate the support. Thanks again for the 9 months tier 1 Yloigh, and yeah, I'll see. Oh wait, that's a resubscription for 6 months at tier 1. Oh my gosh. So you had done a 6 month in the past. I think it was the last like September or whatever. Thank you. Wow. Wow. So thank you. I'll see everybody later. Enjoy your shogi. Enjoy lishogi is hopping. You know, 81 dojos down in our half of the world. Shogi Club 24 has gone away. You know, rest in peace. The Kyo application both isn't released and it's only in Japanese. But you know, we do have lishogi, and lishogi is pretty great. It really is. It really is getting there. And obviously there are things I'd like to see improved, like the sound in Fisher mode. But like, and this is after lishogi literally lost me a game today. The tech, whatever that was, lost me the game. That hung up my piece on 5.3 as I was promoting my night. But even with that, great site. Thanks to Couch Tomato for the new background, this promising new background. You know, I don't know if I'm going to stick with it forever. I'm going to stick with it at least for a week or so to feel it out. And I'm definitely liking it. I'll be interested to see how on stream it looks when I'm rewatching. Is it too bright, too whatever? I don't think it will be, but it'll be interesting to see. But anyway, thanks everyone. I'm rambling. See you soon. Take care. Have a great remainder of the day, and bye.